Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and whatever else you want to call yourself. Today we're talking about Mr. Wallflower, Mr. not coming up and doing anything that could be suspicious at all. In fact, we're talking about William Smith, or as I like to call him, Will the Cuck Smith. Doku, do you have anything you would like to say about that brave, heroic, manly man?
You forgot stunning.
True, stunningly beautiful, manly man who has never done anything wrong, and no matter what people tell you, doesn't have an open relationship with his wife where she, not he, she gets to go off and get ploughed by anyone she feels like. That would never happen to the Cuckmeister. Oh, that's a cool name for him. I've decided he's now the Cuckmeister.
That sounds like a conspiracy theory.
How about we call him Lord of the Cucks?
I'm gonna need an ABC News fact check for that one.
Cuck, wherever you may be. I am Lord of the Cuck, says he. There you go.
It it is funny that I love how Twitter, as soon as this happened, or more specifically, when he got his when he got his award, it was trending. Will Smith gets award, and then you look right underneath it, and you just see Cuck trending, and you click on the thing. It's like, oh, oh, it's like, damn.
Yeah, it was so bad. I have got no other way of putting it. And Shirati, I'm sending you what we're going to be talking about. It's in your Discord DMs, hon. Just enjoy.
But it is funny, isn't it? Because it's not overly political. It's more just dude did something stupid, and the internet decided to roast the crap out of him for it, and it's well deserved. Like, it's just something we can all point and laugh at. Like,
Oh, yeah. Did you see how the people watching the Oscars was the lowest it ever had until it happened, and suddenly it went up to 12 million people?
well, at least they found something to actually make the damn thing entertaining, for crying out loud.
Yeah, but it literally took Will Smith bitch slapping him. And why do you think it's not real, Matt? I'm actually now interested.
See, a lot of people have been saying that, but I actually do believe it is. Not because of the reason people are saying, where it's like he was yelling afterwards and this and that, but it's because in the commercial break, his PR agent was having to talk to him.
Mm,
It and so Matt, I guess I should elaborate a little bit on why I say I do believe it was real. I don't believe it was sincere. I think he did it because his wife mean mugged him because he was laughing at the joke,
oh,
but
yeah.
he was laughing at the joke, but then he gets that mean mug from his wife, and then he walks up on stage and makes his scene and does the slap, and then comes back and was yelling and everything. And after the fact, when the commercial break was going on, his PR agent has to come up and talk to him and this and that. It's like, I do believe it was real. I don't believe it was sincere.
Fair. I have a thought for you, and I really. Oh. I've just been sent a DM, and you know what? I'm going to send it to you, and you're going to put it up. Okay?
Hmm. What do you got for me?
DMs, sir. DMs.
Oh, oh,
Just put it
oh,
up. Just put it up.
oh. Okay.
I don't care. I don't care what YouTube says. Put it up.
Just yeah, just give me a moment. I'm not gonna say anything. We'll just let that sit right there.
Hmm. Now, all right. Here we go. Paranoia moment. Paranoia moment. Please put on your tinfoil hat. I'm wondering, did Chris Rock plow the Cuck's wife?
Oh, that's a good question, actually. I don't know.
And this is purely a tinfoil hat moment. I do not know for definite one way or another. I am just inquiring. Maybe that's why he reacted the way he did.
If that's the case, it would actually make more sense.
It would, wouldn't it?
This is some deep lore. No pun intended. No pun intended.
Yeah, well, if you want to write deep, you are going back to talking about her again. Deep and echoing is probably a good term.
Do you think he wipes front to back? I'm sorry. I mean,
You think it wipes? Wow. I thought she just got Will to get on his knees and lick. I'm talking about ice cream. YouTube. I'm talking about ice cream. No, look, you know I'm not.
Come on, man. Come on, man. We're talking about, you know, the.
No, do not mention corn pops involving licking. Get that mental image in your head and then decide whether you really want to do that.
You know, I could make a joke about hair and a swimming pool, but I don't think I'm allowed to do that because Will Smith might pop out of my fucking computer screen and slap me.
I still find it interesting. Excuse me. I still find it interesting that absolutely no kickback is going to the Cuckmeister Will Smith about what's going on. Nothing legal or in any way, shape, or form. Now, I don't know how it is in America, and I'm willing to accept it may well be different. But over here, the person that actually been slapped doesn't actually have to do the charge at the slapper. People seeing it can choose to charge him. Now, I don't know about you lot, but that's how it is over here.
To the best of my knowledge, the person who was assaulted would have to be the one to press charges. Otherwise, they can't really do anything. I mean, there are different stipulations. Like there are possibly other ways that he could still get charged, but it wouldn't be coming from Chris Rock side. And I understand why he doesn't want to press charges because, well, the dude's got money. So what are you going to gain from it? You're just going to have an outrage mob coming after you, and you're going to get, oh, the cancel is going to come after you. So I get why he's not going to do it, but honestly, I think the reason he personally is not pressing charges is because it's a flex. Like, it's just like, yeah, you walked up on stage, you slapped me, and I'm not even gonna do anything. Like, that's how little you mean to me.
I think you're being nice there, mate. I actually think what's happened is Hollywood leader types have actually turned around and said, don't you dare take this to court or you will never get work here again. I actually think he's been told.
You know what? As much as I hate to admit it, you're probably right on that one now that I think about it.
And you know why, don't you?
Yeah.
Most of the Hollywood leaders are sleeping with the Cuckmeister's wife.
You might not be wrong on that one either.
I know, that's why I'm saying it. I want to see him sue me.
Although, you know what would be funny?
Go on.
If it wasn't Chris Rock, but if it was Ricky Gervais.
Oof.
Now, if that was the case, he would burn that thing to the ground.
Yeah. Do you know what's something? Okay. All right. I've been sitting here taking the piss out of the Cuckmeister, but let's be honest, okay? Will Smith went up and gave Chris Rock a slap. Now let's see if he'd do that if it was, I don't know, The Rock saying it.
Yeah, I don't know. The Rock's acted like a bit of a bitch over the past couple of years, so I don't think he would hesitate that much.
Maybe, but I'm just working an idea. All right, you slap The Rock grabs you, and basically he rock bottoms your ass, and that's the last time we see Will Smith.
Yeah, I don't know. The Rock has been kissing ass to China so damn much, and so has Will Smith. I think that sounds like spouse on spouse violence. Tell me I'm wrong.
I would do. I really, really would. You're not, but I would. Oh, it's bad. And the thing is, this is what the Oscars is having to do to get people to actually watch it now.
This is the only thing people care about when it comes to the Oscars. Like, nobody cares about anything else. Well, I take it back. Some people are talking about the three woke female hosts that they had at the beginning, and I watched like all of 30 seconds of that, and it's like, oh, these three, nah, I'm good.
Okay.
No one cares. But let's be honest, the Oscars is just an industry circle jerk to begin with, anyways. Like, no one cares about the Oscars.
Yeah. Now, here's a question for you. What are they going to have to do next year to up it? Are we actually going to get a shooting on stage?
You know,
Because they have to. No, I'm actually not joking here. They have to up it every year to make it more and more interesting, so as people will actually waste their time watching this crap. You've had a slap. Next year, what? Punch. Year after, gunshots. Then going on to petrol bombs. That makes it by 2025. You're looking at mass murder on the stage. Personally, I think that's a good thing. But it'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
I mean, Jensen, do you really think it's out of the question to have the Oscars hosted by Alec Baldwin and Jesse Smollett?
Well, one's a criminal and the other one's. Oh no, that's right. I'll just leave that there.
But do you really think would you really put it past them? Like, the Oscars hosted by Baldwin and Smollett. I wouldn't put it past them.
No, actually. Oh boy, that'd be.
It'd get people watching.
Oh, yeah, it would. Oh, that'd be something, wouldn't it?
It'd be entertaining, to say the least.
And again, it goes back to my shooting people. Oh, was that too soon? Was that too soon? Okay.
Uh, you're assuming I have a soul.
I have never ever accused you of. Well, actually, I do think you've got a soul. I just think it belonged to someone else at one point. That's all.
We don't talk about them.
That's true. Hey, no one's going to accuse a redhead of having a soul, so I'm actually laughing there. But
so you know what? If the Oscars was smart, they'd actually ask us to host because we're actually funny.
You know what? I think they could actually ask almost anyone to host. It'd be a lot funnier than the crap that's on that. I actually, I'll be honest now, okay? All jokes aside, I am shocked, and I mean this. I am shocked people actually still watch that crap.
And
It's
so am I. And again,
honestly,
who wants to watch a bunch of make-believe, glorified circus clowns go ahead and, shake hands and say, you did such a good job? No.
Matt has come up with an absolutely glorious idea. Just take a look at your screen and laugh.
Okay, hold on, give me a moment.
Oh yeah.
Now that would be a show.
You know what? As Matt said, I'd fly out and watch it in person. Do you know, I think that would be hilarious because it would almost be funny for both seconds of Will Smith trying to slap Nomad.
I mean, I always wondered what gunpowder smelled like in a enclosed space.
It's actually quite pungent. I'm just letting you know. But yeah, it would be the last thing that Cuck Boy ever does. Let's be honest. No, I'm not going to stop calling him Cuck Boy.
As you shouldn't. He really does deserve the title.
Oh my God, Sean has it. Have Biden host it. No script, no wire in his ear, no teleprompter.
Oh, that is actually as much as I hate to admit it, that actually is a good idea.
Wouldn't that be funny? Hey, I mean, seriously, it'd be like, I don't know who these people are. I don't know who these. I don't know who I am. Where am I?
I mean, hey man, I saw you in the thing with you had your hand up and they were talking about the girl, and she ran to the bridge, and bridges are something we have to be concerned about with this that country over there, and because we're a set of countries on the global stage, that we need more girls to what's that smell?
Yeah. You know he'd be complaining about that newfangled actor, Charlie Chaplin.
Oh,
Tell me I'm wrong now. Go on.
I'm not going to because I can't.
Oh, you know what? I like that idea, Sean. Yes, that has my complete support, and I think I would piss myself laughing watching that. Just out of absolute sheer, what would he say next? I mean, even with teleprompter and wire in his ear, and some bod running up to him, bits of paper saying, "Don't say that, you moron," he still screws up.
If you really wanted to be mean, you just slowly start tilting the teleprompter to one side just to see if he can actually. He just starts tilting his head. Just
Actually, no, what you do is you hack the teleprompter, okay? So he's sitting there repeating the words he can actually understand, and then someone goes, "You know what? This Biden guy is a real moron. He'll say anything." And of course, he sees the word Biden and think they're talking about him. And so he'll carry on. And then you sit there and you just have him say the most stupid things. It's like freely admit that this country is screwed, put it on the teleprompter, and have him say it out loud. Could you imagine the absolute shit show that would go on with that?
I mean, as of right now, we don't really have much respect, if any, left at this point in time. So it might as well go for broke.
Sean's come up with an idea. Have Biden a Nomad co-host,
That hmm.
and you've got to disarm both of them.
Define disarm.
Cut off the arms.
Let's not go down that rabbit hole.
Okay. I like that, by the way, from Matt. There's a non-zero chance Biden is a malfunctioning animatronic. I disagree with you, Matt. I think animatronics make a lot more sense than he ever will.
That's actually a valid point. I can't really disagree with you on that one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying not to take the mickey out of the guy, but I can't.
Bro, our country is a joke right now, and it's so pathetic to watch, and it's actually more concerning that there are people that still support this dude. Like, I get it. You don't like the orange man, and you don't like the Republicans and the red hats and this and that, but like, do you hate them enough to support this clown? Well, apparently 30 something percent of the country does, and for those 30 something percent, oh, I feel bad for you. Like, I really do. I'm not even upset. I just feel bad for you. Like, you're willing to you're willing to burn your own house to the ground with you inside of it. Granted, I'm not going to be inside. I'm going to be miles away, if not in a different county, if maybe a different state. You're just burning yourself to the ground to spite me, but it's not going to affect me. I know exactly what the hell's going to happen with a clown like this in power. It's I've positioned myself against it. Actually, I've positioned myself to profit from it. You're only hurting yourself, and you're doing it thinking that you're going to hurt me. No, you're going to be the one screwed. It's not going to hurt me in any way, shape, or form because I know how you vapid idiots work. Like, I'm making money off of you morons, and you're still doing it to yourself anyways. I legitimately feel bad for them.
Oh yeah. Now I've got a theory for you. Now, as you know, last time Trump was in charge, the red hat was the thing. What do you reckon he can get himself a red jacket this time?
Honestly,
why?
I think he's gonna switch it to the color blue just to fuck with him. Like, I'm not joking. I think he probably will.
Yeah.
Like, how funny would it be if you just see a bunch of leftists walking around trying to fight people with blue hats? They won't know what to do. But that's our color. Not anymore.
Do you think that's why they keep wearing those bloody masks? Because they're blue.
You know,
It's a theory, isn't it?
it's a theory, but it's not that crazy of a theory.
It's disturbing. I know.
Man, now you've got me thinking about it.
Mhm. It does make you think, doesn't it?
It does.
They're sitting there, even after the thing is over, they're going to be wearing the masks because they don't want to be like the Republicans. In other words, they're wearing blue masks as a way to show that they're Democrats. Maybe look, I tell you what, I'm just paranoid. It's just the old tinfoil hat. I can't be right about this. But, Nomad.
Yeah, what's up, Nomad?
I saw this. Right. It's Hollywood.
Yep.
Okay, that's all this is.
Fair.
It's not anything else. All right. They did this to try because the Oscar ratings, people are literally commenting about the Oscar ratings, all right, and how they're so low and that nobody's watching them and no one gives a shit about them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you ask me, is that the only thing? No, it's not the only thing. It's suspiciously it's suspiciously advantageous for ABC the moment that slap happens, sit up there and push a button to sit up there and cut off audio.
Yeah.
All right. It's like there was no delay, or anything else. It's like they turned off the audio. What? Somebody realized that they might say something nasty with one another? No. This is all this is all a setup. This is no different than the Super Bowl hype with Janet Jackson. That's all this was. Now, Janet Jackson and her Super Bowl hype, that was a bit different because that was just artists on their own trying to, make something out of become the story rather than the Super Bowl. Right? Okay. And quite frankly, over time, all right, it worked. Let's be honest. People still remember just Timberlake and Janet Jackson's halftime show, right?
Fair. Of course, now I'm actually going to counter everything you said by going, so what actually happened? Because I actually don't know.
He made a comment, according to the, if you listen to it, right, he makes a comment about his wife. He expects his wife to be in, what is it, G.I. Jane or something like that. Because she looks good bald, right?
Okay.
It's basically how the joke more or less went. He was telling a joke.
Yeah, no. I know that. No, what I mean is what happened with this Super Bowl thing. I actually don't know about.
Oh,
yeah.
That was the infamous wardrobe malfunction.
Oh, okay, whatever.
See?
Yeah, no, fair. Did you hear? Apparently, there was only like 2 million people watching it prior to the fight, and like 30 seconds later, it went up to 12 million watchers.
Of course, and that's exactly what it was, is to drive ratings. It's Hollywood theater. It's all it is. It's all it was intended to be. Okay, they're coming back and trying to tell me or even explain to me in any way, shape, or form that it was something else. But bullshit, right? Part of my life, because quite frankly, Chris, if you walked up to Chris Rock and slapped him on the face, do you think he's just going to stand there with his mouth kind of goofy looking, or do you think he's going to go that mic's going to the ground and he's going to sit up there and throw a fist?
I would actually. I was surprised he didn't. I will be honest.
That's a good point.
Right.
I still say it should have been The Rock, just because Will Smith steps up and then realizes, oh, this is going to hurt. But it'd be so funny.
Well, I'm not a huge fan of Will Smith, but I'll give him credit. All right, he's in shape. All right,
Yeah.
he does
Oh,
work out. So you can't really take that necessarily away from the guy.
No. That I do agree with you there. But let's break this down here, okay? On his worst day, The Rock is going to drop him like a bitch.
I don't know.
You think so?
I honestly don't know. I mean, Will Smith's in a lot better shape than people realize. Right? He does work out heavily, and Will Smith is big.
Oh yeah.
All right, and that gives you the power. Now, do I believe that Chris Rock would have sit up there and tackled him to the ground under normal circumstances? Yeah, he's not going to sit up there and tolerate somebody slapping him in the face.
Fair.
All right, this whole thing it's obviously a setup, and you didn't see. You know another reason? Did you see any security rush out?
No.
Right? Don't tell me this wasn't staged.
Now the question is this: does this count as the slap heard around the world? That's the question.
Oh please, no! People are just gonna ignore this.
Yeah.
Slap heard around the world. Hey, did you see how many stories after it happened? Right, were already written.
Okay, that actually explains a whole lot. Okay. No, I didn't.
That note, yeah, I can't disagree on that one as well. That actually does lean to the side of it was probably staged.
Okay.
Now, the Will Smith and his wife and his peccadillos and anything else. To be honest, I don't give a shit. All right, about what you do or anything else. All right. Now, is it a form of degeneracy in my opinion? Yeah, but I really don't care. If you want to be a degenerate, be a degenerate. You do as long as you're not doing anything illegal. As long as you're not actually harming anybody. All right, except for yourself, because the degeneracy harms the person, not more than anything else. Right. A lot of people don't understand that, but this thing here. No, as soon as they were talking about how they had to get people audiences back and everything else, nobody gives a shit about them, right? They came up. The Academy Awards are now the woke awards. They're not even Academy Awards, right? They're making awards for different ethnic groups, right?
I agree with you, Sean. From what I've seen, he was absolutely pissing himself. Then his master gave him a dirty look, and suddenly the good little boy got up and did something. It is quite amusing. The thing is, let's be honest, okay? How much was he paid for this? Because I'm not saying his work career is ruined, but his personal career is destroyed. Everyone knows exactly how low he is on the totem pole in that family. And without wanting to sound too dodgy, I don't care about dodgy. I do wonder how many of those kids are actually his. What about you, Doku?
I don't want to comment. I don't want to comment.
It's something to think about, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's Hollywood.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I can say is it's Hollywood, right? He is a product of Hollywood. Okay, nothing more, nothing less. All right. Once again, you can take a look at this. You can take a look at all that information and everything that happened there, right? And this is Hollywood. Now, I will say this, okay? If Will Smith thinks that his wife was supposedly, if I truly believed that Will Smith felt that his wife was somehow, her good name was sullied by this, right? If I truly believed that and that he got up and slapped Chris Rock, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would have supported. Because I think, yeah, if you want to support your wife, you think she should be defamed. I have no problem with that, right?
Yeah.
I have no problem with the fact that Will Smith supposedly slapped him to defend his wife. Literally none. Okay.
No.
And I'll tell you another reason why I don't believe that this is real. Because as soon as he slapped him, he turned around and started walking away.
True.
If we're going to sit up there and take physical action, you're ready to throw down. It would have been slap, all right, and then the fist would ball. What you gonna do, sucker?
Yeah.
Like I said, this is staged. You know it's staged. You know it wasn't real.
I'll accept that, actually. Yeah.
So all these people, oh, and then of course, what are they going to do? I didn't even know who Will Smith was married to, and I didn't even care. I don't even know who this Jada person is. Apparently, she's part of the Hollywood set. I don't know. I've never seen anything that she's in that I can remember. All right. And as far as his notoriety, I hate to tell you this, but this is a resume enhancer because his name is out there now. You know, people are going to in Hollywood are going to pick him simply because he's got a name that everybody recognizes now, Will Smith, all right, and Jada, honestly, all right, that they're going to sit up there and give them jobs just for the fact that this kind of notoriety happened. In Hollywood, all right, there is no bad publicity.
Fair. And Matt, she was also in the TV series of Batman. Just so you know, mate.
She was in some of the Matrix movies.
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's cold. If Chris wanted to have a shot at Jade, he should have gone after a rock singing career. How bad?
Did you hear about it? That should tell you everything you want to know.
True, good point, actually.
Sounds right, though. Never turn your back on someone. And this whole thing was it's all a stage. It's not. Yeah. Come on. You know, this was just done just simply to increase, you know, their people's attendance to watch the awards. Right? Let me ask a question. Does anybody know who won any of the awards?
Only the one he got.
He got an award?
Yeah, he apparently got an award. I don't know what it was, but I've now told you everything I know about that award series. He slapped a bitch and then he got an award. That's it.
Oh, and then he got the award.
Yeah.
You know, if he really was serious about something like that, he'd be like, oh, you sucker. Right? And he'd take it after the fact, right? Or if he was going to go up there on stage, right, because he was getting the award, with that award in hand, it becomes a nice club.
Oh,
hey, bitch.
God, yeah.
Instead of a slap, thunk.
Well, it's like I said to Doku, okay, because as you know, every year they have to try and one up on the previous year. So does that mean within about 3 years, they're actually going to be shooting each other on stage? By the way, I fully support it. And if they want to do that, I am all up for that. But I'm wondering if that's what they're planning on doing.
Good question. He cried like a girl. Who cried like a girl? Like I said, I saw this. I saw the reports almost immediately, right? And I was like, yeah. I don't care, all right? And I didn't go, and I wasn't going to go try to find anything about it, right? Because I knew if I really wanted to go find anything about it, all I'd have to do is go back to Twitter, and I ain't going back to Twitter. Right?
Oh, yeah. I don't blame you there. Doku will tell you all about Twitter and how how bad that got. But
absolutely toxic it's become.
Oh, it's cancer.
No, what I mean is how bad Twitter got with the slap heard around the. You know, I'm actually surprised they haven't actually used that term yet. I really am.
Oh no, actually, Twitter's response was freaking hilarious. They had a Twitter, of course, because we know how Twitter likes to post like things happen. Hey, we're gonna promote this because we're Twitter, and they artificially promote things. And so they had Will Smith wins Oscar, and then right under, trending right underneath it was Cuck. And every single thing is like just all a bunch of people just calling Will Smith a cuck. It was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
And I can only imagine that he's gonna he's gonna say something salty about it. Because my life has been so hard. It's so difficult. I'm supposed to be a symbol of love.
What's supposed to be a symbol of love?
Oh, that's the shit he said afterwards when he was trying to stand on stage and it say I'm sorry to everybody except Chris Rock, the guy who made the fucking joke. Yeah, Will Smith is and he's a fucking pussy. I'm just gonna call him what it is. He's a fucking pussy.
Fair. I'm okay with that.
Okay, I have no respect for the guy.
Talk about things like that and so forth, right? Look, like I said, physically, I'm not going to talk about emotionally or anything else about Will Smith, right? Mm-hmm. But physically, Will Smith can hold his own.
Yeah,
right? That's a reality. I don't want people to misunderstand that. That is a reality. Okay. Now, as far as him being a cuck, as far as him and his wife, as far as all of this stuff, right? I don't know the situation and I don't care. Okay. I do know, if he's crying about love and everything else and he's upset about Will Smith or Chris Rock, rather, I will say one thing in Chris Rock's favor. Chris Rock has put himself in more harm's way, in a sense, all right, career-wise, all right, simply by doing that freaking video about if you don't want to get beat, don't, here's some, which one I'm talking about, the skit that he did, the don't get beat video.
Yep, that was still. I did actually point that out, but Doug had already seen it. I showed it to him.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. From a comedic standpoint, that is freaking gold. All right.
Oh yeah.
But the fact that he did something like that is putting himself out in harm's way. All right. Especially because, quite frankly, people have bullseyes on comedians right now.
Yeah.
Comedians are being targeted. I know people don't want to believe this, but free speech is being destroyed because they will not tolerate, all right, things like speech that other people don't like. And as much as, like I said, I support Will Smith, to defend his wife, right? I just don't believe that this is happening, right? Quite frankly, right? While I support him from that standpoint, okay, I honestly don't care, all right, about what he's doing, because he's a leftist and those people are, quite frankly, destroying free speech. When was the last time that somebody like Chris Rock could go on a college campus and do a skit, any of the skits? He can't.
True.
Right? They can't practice. So, Jerry Seinfeld. Why isn't Jerry Seinfeld up there? For the same freaking reason. He can't do it either. There is no freedom of speech anymore. These people have taken anything that's supposedly a joke that people are obviously making a joke with, and they're going off the deep end saying, you can't say this. Now,
I'd like to argue with you.
Being a cuck, okay, he might be a cuck. I'm not going to deny that he's a cuck. Right? I don't know. I don't care, though. That's the other thing. All right, quite frankly.
Fair.
Right?
Fair.
I mean, he is what he is. All right, it's what his career is. All right, he is not the worst actor I've seen. He's not the best, but he's not the worst.
Put it bluntly.
But as a rapper, the Fresh Prince, as a rapper, you're gonna tell me he's anything? He's worth. If as a rapper, he should know that this kind of threat about free speech should have been paramount. All right, and the fact that a guy made a comment about his wife. I'll be honest with you, I would have less of a problem with people making fun of me than if they tried to make fun of my wife.
Yeah.
right? But with all due respect to Jada, and I say that name because I'm assuming that's how it's pronounced, right?
Yep.
You're a celebrity, bitch. Okay, you are as much of a target as everyone else. If you want to see what life for a celebrity was like from the you can be targeted and raked over the coals, just look at any of the Dean Martin roasts. All right, they all got roasted, and it didn't freaking matter whether or not it was a man or a woman they were roasting.
Could you imagine what if someone actually done a proper old school 70s roast? What would happen nowadays? There would be riots over it. You know it.
Oh my
They
God!
would lose their living minds.
Comedians like Flip Wilson, right? Would be just absolutely castigated. Don Rickles, absolutely castigated. His whole shtick, okay, is to be non-PC. That's his that was always his shtick, right? Was to not do that, and he made fun of everybody. He made fun of the fact that his wife jumped off the diving board, all right, and drowned because she wouldn't take off her jewelry because she's a Jew. Of course, he's a Jew too, right? I mean,
ouch.
Right? These are jokes, and he had no problem with this. He made a joke with Flip Wilson one time where they were at the Dean Martin roast, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they were talking about this fire in this neighborhood, and Nipsey Russell would be shaking his head, going, "I bet they blame that on us," right? And then he goes, "Man, the Jews would be there, more wood," right?
Ouch.
You think you could tell those jokes today? You could even do it,
No,
right?
No.
And his insults, man. If you ever looked at some of the insults that he would do, and he didn't care he didn't care who you were. Good God, he roasted freaking everybody. Yeah. During the Dean Martin roast, all right, one of the people who appeared was Ronald Reagan when he was governor. Yeah. Right? And he lambasted him. Right? Now, this guy's the sitting governor of California, and you lambasted him. He lambasted astronauts. He lambasted everybody. There was nobody that was safe. He had two senators on one time. He lambasted both of them. You want to talk about how bad things were? You take a look at his jokes about Jimmy Stewart. Oh, my God. And Jimmy Stewart was beloved as an actor. Right? He's beloved as an American. He really was.
Oh, yeah. And you want to talk about comedians that nowadays it would be bad. For Britain, you go for a guy called Bernard Manning. Now, this man was about as subtle as a nuclear explosion in a nursery. He really was bad. Racist, sexist, ageist, ist. Honestly, it started off slow, hit hard, and got worse. There's no other way I can put it. Then you got like Roy Chubby Brown, also another they called northern comedian. He was also racist, sexist, ageist, etc., etc., etc. Then you get down to the south and you get Jim Davison. Oh my God. He actually does a show on YouTube. If you actually want to look out, knock yourselves out. Jim Davison, he is really funny. You watch him trying to fight back the comments he makes when he's talking. It's really bad, okay? This guy would... One of his favourite characters was a black gentleman. His name was Chalky White. Does that give you a clue? Yeah. It was bad, but it was so funny.
You know, they've taken everything away, all right?
Yeah.
And because they're trying to control speech. Because now they thought they could control the narratives, all right? And when they lost control of the narrative, now they're gone full bore trying to control speech. And this is going to lean toward that, unfortunately, right? And like I said, as a supposed rapper, and I don't know, I've never listened to any. I don't listen to rap, right? Right. I know Will Smith is supposed to be this rapper. Well, if he's supposed to be a rapper with the kind of with the context of what rap is, you can't tell me that free speech isn't something that he should be important to them. But it isn't, which means to me it's another one of the freaking canards. It's another one of the frauds that they keep trying to sell to people, right? They don't care about this stuff. They tried to come back and say, "Oh, we care, we care." No, you don't. You don't. The reality is you don't care, and that's the biggest problem we have in the country is they don't care about freedom of speech because they don't know what it means. Freedom of speech means tolerating somebody else's speech, not yours.
Yep. By the way, Nomad, I sent you a link to one of the Jim Davidson things about Chalky. Have a look at it later. You'll see what I mean. I will admit he's positively restrained on this one, which doesn't actually mean that much. But
He was a clean rapper. Pretty boring. I don't know what the hell's a clean rapper.
No, actually, it's true. Will Smith is actually defined as the sort of rapper that white women could deal with. Yeah, I know. Matt is completely correct. He's defined as clean because you could have his stuff on in the 90s and your parents wouldn't give you, air quotes, that much of a look. Like he said, he didn't swear. That's one of the things about him. Let's be honest, when it comes to rappers, every second, maybe third word's a swear word.
Well,
not with
that's
Smith.
True. That's true. Not that I'm not a rap person. I will never be a rap person. I think I don't call it rap anyway. I call it crap.
Yeah.
All right. Now I know a lot of people get offended by that. And once again, I don't care. Okay.
No.
It's the reason for it is whether people want to admit this or not. Anybody can come up with rhymes. It just takes time.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not like this is an art form that people. I mean, as far as the repost part of it, right, where you would have to practice and garner your craft, right?
Yep.
To really get that kind of stuff, to really hone your craft so that people listen to it. But I'll be honest with you, there is not a freaking rap song out there, right, that I really give a shit about, right? The closest thing, all right, that's a fun rap song for people. What was the Beastie Boys, Right to Party, and that was the closest thing that at least made some kind of sense that wasn't trying to destroy society.
Are you telling me that you didn't think that Ice Ice Baby was good rap music?
Are you kidding? Oh my God! Vanilla Ice, when he was for those who don't know, right?
Yeah.
Vanilla Ice was a white guy, all right, who was a rapper. Okay. Now, when he became popular, he made millions instantly, and I mean freaking millions on just one album. He was a flash, what we would call a flash in the pan, right? He only did the really one thing that was doing this. And during that time, it was put out that you might not like Vanilla Ice, but he's keeping it 100. He's been down in the hood. He knows what the hood is like, right? Only to find out that this guy was an absolute fraud. All right, he lived in an upper mid class neighborhood. Right, he never saw any of the things that he talked about in his rap shit. Right, and he was making it all up from what he was seeing on television, and then that was it.
Yeah.
Right, and yet there were people trying to defend his quote unquote cred, or for being in the hood.
Sorry, from Matt. Be flowed like a hot poon daily and nightly. Yeah. One, the fact that you actually know the words, you should go and stand in a corner, dude. Okay.
Well, unfortunately, guys, I got to get to work, so I'll talk to you guys later.
Mate, you look after yourself. Speak to you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah, so I mean, there was another person that we could name that was absolutely astounding at rap. Wouldn't you agree, Doku? This person I'm thinking of, and I think you know who it was. He was
Nope.
an absolute master at rap. He
Nope.
was.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Rumor has it he was really good at talking as well. He was definitely a master debater.
I don't know what we're talking about, Jensen.
By the way, if you're wondering what we're joking about, if you ever feel the urge to have both brain cells melt out of your head, just find something with Dodge wrapping on it. It's bad. It's
Nope.
really.
Nope, not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Love the dude, but not gonna do it.
You're saying this after the amount of times you listened to him rap at you?
To be honest, I was drunk, and it wasn't a willing thing.
No, that's the problem, mate. You weren't drunk. He was that bad. You just thought he was slurring because of the alcohol. No,
I said
that bad.
I don't know. Maybe I. Damn it, Jensen.
Yes. Well, I think we've pretty much covered all we need to about the Cuckmeister. What about you?
Yeah, we said all we need to say. It's funny. It's stupid. Real or not, doesn't really matter. At least they found something entertaining. Good Lord, it took them long enough.
It's bad, isn't it? The only way they could actually make the Oscars good was to have one black man slap another black man. Oh, mate, could you imagine being a white man slapping a black man? Oh, that would have worked well.
That actually, that would have made it more entertaining.
There would have been riots within 30 seconds of it happening.
Well, the reason they wouldn't do that is because they don't want the building getting burned down.
True. I mean, they could always move it to Chicago. It's not like there's any black-on-black violence there. Oh, yeah. Whoops.
Well, see, that's the difference. One will get the building burned down. The other one will get the building looted. Maybe a bit of both.
Oh, dear.
Yep, this is the state of the world that we live in.
Yeah. Oh, well.
It's a magnificent place.
It's glorious, isn't it?
It really is.
If you have nothing more, sir, I will bring this to a gentle end. Thank you very much for coming, people. Thank you very much for the suggestion of doing this, Doku. It was highly entertaining. And the meme that you've got up on screen came from a guy called Hyperborean. I hope you all enjoyed it because it absolutely fits. But thank you guys, and I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.
It was such a fun time. I want to slap my booty and scream.